All right, so the idea here with Async Sampler is to create new samples using 3 samples. Of course, you don't have to use 3. You can only use 2 if you want, or you can really just use 1 and use different sections and pull from different parts of it and then mangle those sounds to make a new sample. That's the basic gist of it. Async, because it syncs all 3 of those samples to a certain BPM. You can stretch them. I'm going to use my mouse here. Add reverb, delay, and then tell it how much you want. You also have the ability to slow and speed up the sample. You can pan it, of course, and then you have a high pass filter, low pass filter, some drive, and then here's your master down here where you can add some compression, a little dirt, and you got 2 LFOs that can be synced as well as assigned to different knobs. So that's the gist of it. Of course, you have the BPM. So I'm going to set a BPM of 75 and I'll do one here to show you. So you have user samples, so you can bring samples in. You can bring a whole folder in if you want. They don't have drag and drop yet. That's something that I think the dev said is coming very soon. And then here's the different preset samples they have. So we could just pick one from the wind. We'll put that one in. I'm just going to pick them at random too. Let's do something from nature. Women singing. Okay. And then let's pick one more. We shall use something with synth melodies. Frogman. It's funny. Filtered melody. All right, so I'm going to play each sample so you can hear it. Currently it's set to play and just loop. It's going to play it all the way over and then start back over and just keep playing left to right. You can go right to left, or you can do it where it plays forward and then backwards. Or you could just have it play one time as a one shot, just pass through. So I'm going to just leave that one there. I'm going to let you hear, let you hear the rest of these. So here you go. It's just like a creak, right? And then this one here. Okay, so there they are. So in theory, what you could just do is go sync, 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 and then your play button out here, once you start it, will automatically play. So you start each one, and they'll fall in sync. Pitch this one, so a little bit of delay. Adjust this quickly. Add some reverb. Production. And on this one, I'm going to granular, not that one, I'm sorry, I was going to do another one. And this one, will granular it. That's what the dots mean. So you see it just sporadically, randomly just hit spots. This one, will be the same. And this one, now for sync, you lose a couple options. So you only get granularized and playing only. So I'm going to unsync this one. Slow it down. And when you don't sync it, you have speed. So you can take that one off the sync. Slow it down. Maybe change it. Have it play backwards. right here speeds up. How fast it's going to do that. See, it's starting moving faster. Master tone. And then you can go in and let's say you want a little reverb on this one. Go to sync and assign this one to the delay. And see how I moved it up, so now it's just gonna, and you can change the rate. Have it do some random stuff or pick a different wave. So now it's just doing like random. Then you could do maybe on this one you want the pitch to be assigned, so we'll sync it and then we'll assign this to the pitch. That way so the pitch gets to moving. Change the scale. I'm gonna sync this one. Maybe put more reverb into that. So you do have 3 effects technically to choose from, only 2 can be at a time. So you have ring and delay. So you could and then sync that ring. And then wherever you have put it back on there. Or you could have 2 reverbs going at the same time, technically. So depending on the sample that you pick, and of course you can go in and save presets that you did. Now one of the things, I'll stop it. Now one of the things I was hoping for that they would have had is drag and drop, which he did say that's coming. The other thing was you could use this technically and not use these effects. You could use your own effects in like AUM or whatever DAW you're using, or as long as they can host it, right? You could also not use their mixer if you wanted to. You could just really keep it plain and run your own mixers and your own LFOs if you didn't want to use these. The idea here is that you have 3 samples that are synced in timing that could be different pitches, different lengths. So you don't have to just use that length. You could pick just a small section of the sample like so and just use that section. Maybe that you want to do that. I'd probably do that over here more or less. Right? Just pick a section where you want to start. Over here, same principle. Might not use all of it, but just use that. And maybe this one I would use all of it. And then you got them synced, and 2 of them are doing the granular effect. So depending on what samples you use too. So like if you get a sample like this and you don't like it, just switch it out. Let's go with a ARP synth bell. Okay, so now let's just try that. Just switch the sample out and everything's triggered to play together. So all we have to do is hit play and I'm gonna adjust the BPM, just try that out. So you have to play with it, see what you come up with. Maybe you want this one panned a little that way. And let's see. This flute is driving me crazy, so I'm gonna turn it on. Maybe change the length of it. Maybe. So these aren't the greatest examples, but let's pick something else. Let's go with something maybe like the rain. Water's a little busy. Maybe turn it down. Okay. Then where this gets crazy is, in my opinion, it's not just the blending of the samples, it's when you use your other effects. See, these effects to me are limited. They're okay, but they're just not like on the standalone. I don't see it being super as valuable unless you just have three samples you really want to put together. And in theory, if you have an interesting sample, you could take that interesting sample and put it in all three samplers here, and then you could just pick certain parts that you want to focus on that one, and then maybe something different on the other one. So you got options. It's just about your creativity using three samples that you can basically sync together. And this is not impossible in other things, but probably a lot more work. Whereas this will be quick and more like instantly give you some satisfaction on creating a new sound. So I'm going to play with it just for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to end this video because I think I've done everything that I could think of doing. I'm going to throw these offsets on here just a little bit and then see what we got. All right. If you want, another thing is I don't know how you export a sample. There's no option as far as I know. I can look in the settings to where you could save or export a loop. So let's say you're running something for, I don't know, a few minutes. Not even that long. Like maybe it's just the 8-bar you want. There's no way to do an 8-bar loop in here. You would have to go into like AUM or some other DAW like Beatmaker 3 or Logic Pro. And then you could use this in there and create a pattern. So standalone is not really super useful, but maybe you could spend time just focusing on creating your own presets that you want to use. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's it for this video. All right, let me press play, see what we can do. I'm gonna put one more. It'd be fun to get a pad in here, and you can almost make a pad based on what you got. Oh, there's the pads right there. It's just like your EQ. So this is kind of cool because you're just making a unique sound, right? You're stacking the sounds together, blending them together with the compressor, the reverb, and everything, and creating something new. Adjust your tone. I notice the tone plays a big role in everything. That's another thing. You can use the LFO on the tone and see how I'm doing it with the mouse and have it going in and out like that to create a different. So you just gotta come up with some cool ways to create movement within it. And the more movement you have, the more interesting the sample will be. So, all right, final opinion. For $7.99 right now, what it's on sale, I think is worth it. Anything higher than that, I'd probably not go that route unless there were some more features that they added. But I would say right now, I think by the 21st, before it goes back up to $17.99, which is a bit high for my personal preference, go ahead and grab the $7.99. At that point, you have almost nothing to lose for an app. It will be useful in some way, form, or fashion for $7.99. So that's just my opinion. If you like this kind of thing where you're creating new sounds by bundling together sounds and using different effects and different pitchings and EQs and LFOs to create movement and compression and that nature, this is a pretty cool deal, in my opinion. All right. I started thinking about, I'm going to use this in the SP404 also, but I was thinking about ways you could sort of kind of do something similar with the SP with the new feature that they have, which is the merge feature, where you could take a couple of sounds maybe that you process through various effects and then merge them together and have them playing together. You might come up with some interesting stuff. I don't know. But this is pretty easy on the iPad, I must say, to get there. And the fact that you can save your presets. I would like to see an export. I definitely want to see drag and drop. And I guess it would be nice to get more than just 3. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, no, it'd be nice to get more than 3 effects. And maybe some different types of reverb, like some shimmer reverb, some I want to say cloud reverb, but that's sort of like shimmer, I guess. And just more effects in here is going to be huge, especially if you're going to charge $17.99 for this. You need to put some more effects in here. It needs to be effects. It needs to be the ability to drag and drop. All those features need to be in there. And I don't understand why, and I'm going to do this right now. When I take this off sync, why I can do all these different head modes right here. But when I go back into sync, I'm only limited to 2. So I think that could be better. It could be nice to see all the playhead modes, and maybe there's a reason why they won't stay in sync. I don't know. But for $17.99, yeah, I'm gonna need to see a little bit more. $7.99, that's no problem. It's good. Good deal, I think. All right, that's my take on it. You know, I still like it despite anything I might have said that you to disagree with. I still like it. Share your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And until the next one, I'm out.